Are the Miami Dolphins about to pull off the most underrated move of the entire roster cut period, or did they just find the missing piece that could transform their secondary overnight? Well, teams across the NFL scrambled to trim their rosters down to 53 players. Miami made a statement that has everyone talking, and it might be the smartest decision they've made all offseason. The chaos of cut day always reveals which franchises are truly prepared and which ones are still searching for answers. This Tuesday was no different, with household names like Diontae Johnson, Tommy DeVito, and Desmond Ridder all finding themselves without teams. Buried in all that madness was a move that could define Miami's defensive success for the entire 2025 season. Enter Rasul Douglas, the 29-year-old cornerback who just signed a one-year, $3 million deal with the Dolphins. Now, before you dismiss this as just another veteran pickup, let's talk about what Douglas brings to the table and why this signing represents so much more than Miami simply adding depth to their secondary. Douglas isn't some aging veteran desperately clinging to his NFL career. This is a player who started 15 games for the Buffalo Bills just last season, recording 58 tackles and 5 passes defended while playing in one of the league's most competitive divisions. He's seen every type of receiver, faced the best quarterbacks in the game, and consistently held his own against elite competition. When you're talking about adding proven NFL experience to a secondary, Douglas represents exactly the kind of player who can make an immediate impact. What makes this signing even more intriguing is the timing and the price point. $3 million for a proven starter is practically highway robbery in today's NFL market. Teams routinely pay twice that amount for players with half of Douglas's resume. Yet Miami managed to secure his services at what amounts to a bargain basement price. This suggests that Douglas was motivated by more than just money. He sees an opportunity in Miami that other franchises couldn't offer. The Dolphins' secondary has been a work in progress for several seasons now, with the team constantly searching for the right combination of talent, experience, and scheme fit. Douglas provides all 3 elements in one package. His versatility allows him to play multiple positions in the defensive backfield, giving defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver the flexibility to deploy different looks and matchups depending on the opponent. But Douglas's arrival also sends a clear message about Miami's championship aspirations. You don't sign proven veterans to one-year deals unless you believe you have a legitimate shot at making something special happen immediately. Hey, this isn't a rebuilding move or a developmental project. This is Miami betting on itself and adding the kind of experienced leadership that championship teams require. The ripple effects of this signing extend far beyond just the cornerback position. Having a reliable veteran like Douglas allows Miami to be more aggressive with their younger players, knowing they have a steady presence who can step in when needed. It also provides insurance against the inevitable injuries that plague every NFL season, ensuring that one setback doesn't derail their entire defensive game plan. Meanwhile, the rest of the league continued the brutal business of roster cuts, with some shocking moves that left fans and analysts stunned. Diontae Johnson's release by Cleveland stands out as particularly surprising, considering the former Pro Bowl receiver's track record and the Browns' need for offensive playmakers. Johnson caught 375 yards and 3 touchdowns last season, despite playing for 4 different teams. Proving he can still contribute at the NFL level, the quarterback carousel also claimed several notable victims, with Tommy DeVito, Desmond Ridder, and Jake Henner all finding themselves without teams. DeVito's release by the Giants was especially surprising given his connection to the organization and his previous success when thrust into action. These moves highlight just how ruthless the business side of football can be, where past performance doesn't guarantee future opportunities. What's fascinating about Douglas's signing is how it contrasts with some of the other moves we saw across the league. While teams like Cleveland were cutting proven talent, Miami was actively adding experience and stability to their roster. It's a philosophical difference that could define how successful each franchise is in the coming season. The financial structure of Douglas's contract also deserves attention. One-year deals are inherently risky for players as they provide no long-term security. However, they also create tremendous motivation for individual performance. Douglas knows that his next contract depends entirely on how well he performs in Miami, which should translate to maximum effort and preparation throughout the season. From a scheme perspective, Douglas's skill set aligns perfectly with what Miami wants to accomplish defensively. His ability to press receivers at the line of scrimmage and disrupt timing routes fits beautifully with the aggressive approach that has become Anthony Weaver's calling card. Having a physical, experienced cornerback who isn't afraid to challenge receivers gives the entire defense more confidence and allows other players to be more aggressive in their assignments. The competition within Miami's secondary should also reach new levels with Douglas in the mix. Young players will be pushed to elevate their games knowing that a proven veteran is breathing down their necks for playing time. This internal competition often brings out the best in everyone involved and creates the kind of depth that's successful. Teams require looking at the broader implications. Douglas's signing might signal that Miami believes they're closer to contention than many outside observers realize. You don't invest in proven veterans unless you think you have a legitimate chance to compete immediately. This move suggests that the Dolphins front office sees something in their current roster construction that makes them optimistic about their chances in 2025. The beauty of this signing lies in its lower risk. It award nature. If Douglas performs at the level he's capable of, Miami gets elite cornerback play at a fraction of the market rate. If things don't work out, we're only committed for one season and can move on without any long-term financial consequences as we look ahead to the start of the regular season. Rasul Douglas's presence in Miami's secondary represents more than just another roster addition. It's a statement of intent, a bet on experience over potential, and a recognition that sometimes the best moves happen when everyone else is focused on the chaos of cut day. What do you think about Miami's approach to building their secondary? Do you believe Douglas can be the difference maker they need, or should they have invested in younger talent instead? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button if you want more breaking news and analysis. Covering all the moves shaping our Dolphins championship pursuit,